me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I'm the best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I'm the best, yes, it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم في برنامج نيوكاسل مع وليد. الوليد and Dave show. Welcome lads and lasses. Today Wednesday as usual 7 UK 10 بتوقيت السعودية. Welcome Dave.
Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام. A lot of things we have to discuss today as usual on Wednesday, and we have a goalkeeper joining us from Saudi Arabia, Captain Zara Al-Saif from OSIS team, which is named Al-Waha, which means OSIS team. She will join us during the show, and let's start with the performance last Saturday. Dave, what do you think of West Ham game?
Failed to take my chances. We had more possession. Most of the attempts on goal, although actually on target was nearly even. But I think we failed to take our chances again. But the result was fantastic. Good result. We need to keep getting those sort of results. So, and I thought, we deserve to come away with at least the point. But I'm a bit worried about Eddie Howe's substitutions. It takes too long to make a substitution.
Yeah, why is that, do you think?
I don't know. He did the same thing against, I don't know what it is. He did the same thing against Aston Villa. We've got players who are tiring, and he seems to not want to make a substitution.
That reminds me of Steve Bruce. Late on substitution.
Yeah, he waits too long. I think it's not just a case of who we're trying to bring on, but I think if you've got players who are tiring and who've put themselves about, like Murphy or Fraser or Joe Linton, if those players are giving you 110%, then you cannot keep them on for the full 90 minutes. You've got to look to make changes. Otherwise, you're going to end up getting more injuries, and that's certainly what we don't want. So make the substitutions a little bit earlier. Yeah, be careful about how many substitutions because of making too many rash ones. And I think the game the other day was on TV spoke volumes when I can't remember who it was, but he made all three substitutions. The goalkeeper had made all substitutions, and then one of his players got injured, and they had to play with the last 10, 15 minutes with 10 men because he'd made the substitutions. Let's be careful, but let's not leave it too late.
All right. So for me, I agree with you, but I don't know. It's Eddie Howe. He's thinking too much, or he's extra careful, or he doesn't want to doing some. He want to give the players the full time possible on the field.
That might have been the case 4 or 5 years ago, but the game's so intense now. You can't keep a player on the pitch for the full 90 minutes just because you want to give them. You're being kind to them or you're being courteous to them. We have to look at get the results. and to get the results, we need to have the freshest players on the pitch. And you're not going to do that if you keep making substitutions if you're not making the substitutions as you should be. So yeah.
Is it how can I say it? Is it embarrassing for the players if the coach take him because he's tired in 70 minutes? This is not good message to the player, maybe, or should be injured to be out.
But to me, he's the manager, and if the player has been taken off, great. If the player comes off the pitch and he's angry about it, great. You know what I mean? If he wants to be angry about it, because that means he's got passion, he wants to play. But that same player's going to realise we're a squad. We're not just 11 or 13 or 14 players. We're a squad. We need to bring on substitutes when we need to. And they've got to be ready for that. Whether that's Alan Saint-Maximin, whether that's Joe Linton, whether that's Wilson, if we need to make a substitution, then we'll make a substitution. And if the player doesn't like it, good. Then it means they're gonna try harder. They're going to keep trying, but give everybody else a chance.
So Brentford game.
Yeah.
So if we win over Brentford, we will be 14.
Yeah.
I think if Crystal Palace, even I don't think Leeds will win today. No. I think against Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Watford play tonight as well.
Yes.
Watford play Crystal Palace tonight. So there's a few games going on that could benefit us. And I think if we can get 3 points against Brentford, which I think is quite possible, I think Newcastle will win that game 2-0. But I think what will happen is with Everton will get beat. They play Man City. So it's it's looking very good. I think if we can get them 3 points and other results go our way, we can look a bit further ahead in future.
I was looking for some history, and I'm not really sure. Is it only 4 games official in history between two teams, or maybe I wasn't that good in searching?
No, there's been games. Games in the past.
So maybe this is in since '93. In the Premier League.
These ones are more recent. Yeah.
Yes. So I remember the 3-3 was the beginning of the season. League Cup defeat 1-0. I remember that with Steve Bruce, and it seemed like everyone different coach every game. So what do you think of Brentford lately? And I can see also even Tony. He's not. I don't know. He's not fit, or he's injured, or maybe some signings for Brentford. Because actually, he's the one I am really worried about.
Yeah, I don't think he's fit. And I'm not sure Ericsson will play. Whether Ericsson plays or not, I don't think so. But he could come into that game. But is he match fit? Probably not. Not Premier League match fit anyway. He might be okay to play some part of the game, but I can't see him coming. I can't see him starting the game. Not with his dicky ticker. But I don't think that team there. That's the team that put out against us. I don't think that team there gives us anything to be fearful of.
But what do you think of 3-5-2, especially when we have issue in the right back? I can say.
Yeah, but I don't think they're that. They're no Man City, so coming across with a 3-5-2, plus they're at home. They're not going to want to get beat, so they're going to end up putting enough players in the back as well. So I think they'll just go with a 4-4-2. I don't think they'll play a 3-5-2 because that just then gives us players to come in round the back, and we've got the players to do that now with Joe Linton and Wood up front. You know, we've got players like that who can turn it on. We've got players like Fraser who can get round the back. Like you say, the only thing we're missing is Trippier. But let's also not forget there's a good chance Bruno might finally get his game. You know, he could come in because I would look to play Bruno instead of Murphy. You know, if San Maximan's not playing for whatever reason, then I would put Bruno in instead of Murphy. Give it that extra attacking midfield. Murphy's canny good, but I think if they want to play Murphy right back and don't play Kraft. You know, Murphy can play right back. So I don't think they'll not bother us down the wing. I think Murphy will be okay.
Okay, we would like to welcome Captain Zara from Saudi Arabia, goalkeeper of Al-Waha team. Welcome, Zara.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Hi, Zara.
So Zara, welcome to the show for first time. What you would like to share with the fans about you?
Okay, so my name is Zara. I'm a goalkeeper in Al-Waha or Oasis team. So first of all, I would like to say congratulations for the national Saudi football team. We won our first national game, and it was great because literally it feels like a dream come true. It's amazing because we've never played sports before. We've never competed in a professional level. So that was a big accomplishment, and it's outstanding for us to just win our first game after. It was really, oh my God, I'm getting emotional, but it's amazing. It's amazing.
Let's play the first goal and come back. I think I have the first goal and come back. That was the first goal in Saudi Arabia history. What do you think, Zara, after you see this goal? What was your feeling?
Oh my God, it was everything. So the striker, her name is Al-Bandari Hassawi. It's amazing because we've been through the whole process of the tryouts for the national team, the tournament between the regions. So we all were cheering for this moment, and seeing it happening is just it's amazing because I never thought I would be able to just be part of it. It's just an honor.
Were you playing in that game?
No, I have not. I have not.
Hopefully in near future.
Hopefully, yes. I strive to get better every day, because my position is as a goalkeeper it has a lot of, I would say, I did not have the chance to learn before. It's new. So as Monica Seb is the coach for the national team, and she's from Germany. She's great. I met her a couple of times, and she took us to a workshop in Riyadh in Princess Noura University, and it was specifically for goalkeepers. And Catherine Langer was the goalkeeper coach. We kind of accomplished that. Saudi Arabia, as now with the vision of having sports for women, that we need to focus on having goalkeepers coaches, and that's really exciting because I would like to get better and learn more about the position.
Wait, Zara, I'm a goalkeeper. I was a goalkeeper, and I have disability. But I played in local 5-a-side games. I played 11-a-side games, and I was even lucky enough to be selected to play for the England disabled football team. Now, with it being a goalkeeper, the only thing about a goalkeeper, it is a position that where you do have to work harder. Whereas everybody else, just like scoring goals, a goalkeeper has got to be able to stop the goals, and it's got to be brave. They've got to be brave. I've had many of dislocated fingers and dive into people's feet and stuff like that. So you got to be prepared to get a kick now and then. But if you're prepared to do that, then you'll make it. It's I love being a goalkeeper because you can watch what else is going on around the pitch, and then I think everybody's hoping that you're the one that's going to keep them in the game. And as much as the striker, as much as the person who puts the ball in the net, the person who stops it from going in the net is just as important, if not more so, because you're the one that can keep a team keep a team going. So I hope you're going to enjoy it and stick in and just keep practicing and make sure you've got somebody. I mean, get Alwaleed. I think you can kick a ball. Get Alwaleed to come across and kick the ball at you, and see if you can get you some more practice done.
Yes, we do this at practice, and I see how I am improving by the day. I was focusing on modern goalkeeping. The distribution, the communication between me and the defenders, and a lot of important things. And I was paying details on every aspect to it because it's very fascinating. I love it. I love it so much. And
one thing about being a goalkeeper is you've got to make yourself as big as possible. How tall are you? Are you a tall lady?
I disagree on this point, okay? Because
Okay, let's start.
yes, I'm sorry, but I disagree. Okay,
No.
so
now what I'm saying is what I'm trying to say is a goalkeeper, by making himself as big as possible, and Peter Schmeichel was the best at it. He used to come for the ball and he'd jump like a starfish, 2 hands out, 2 legs out, make himself massive, make himself big, make the target bigger. It puts the players off. So if you can come out jumping, hands in the air, legs akin, and make yourself as big as possible, you'll make it.
I want to tell you something about my background. So before I became a goalkeeper, I was I still play sometimes, but I'm a basketball player. Okay,
Right.
So I'm used to jumping. I'm used to doing all the moves, and for me, a lot of people told me that, oh my God, you're short for being a basketball player. You're short for being a goalkeeper. But I feel like I'm fit enough for me to jump high and do all the passionate things that goalkeepers would do, like with the movements and everything. So I think as long as you have the capacity to just understand the position, it's where you can be good at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree with you. And our team that me and Alwaleed follow, Newcastle United, they had a very good goalkeeper called Shea Given. Now, Shea Given wasn't a very tall goalkeeper, but he was one of the best. At one point, he was the best goalkeeper certainly in the Premier League and in Europe, he was an outstanding goalkeeper. And he went on to play for Man City and stuff like that. But Shea Given wasn't a tall goalkeeper, but he was probably one of the best I've seen. So
That's awesome.
just you stick in, you learn the like I say, goalkeeper is a specialist job. You carry on, and hopefully we'll see you in the Women's World Cup one day.
Hopefully.
Inshallah. Zara, before we're going to Newcastle, back to Newcastle games and players, because we will discuss some players before going to goalkeepers of Newcastle. Why you choose to be goalkeeper?
Why did I choose to be a goalkeeper?
This position. Why like striker or defender? Or
I like
midfielder?
to feel trusted. I like to have the responsibility in a team. And for me, even when I was playing basketball, my position was point guard, which is, you know, the player, like I make the play basically, and how would we attack, and I felt it has similarities to being a goalkeeper, being, you know, where you can oversee the match and oversee the field and able to guide and to communicate. And I felt I have all these skills, so I figured I would be great at it. And every day I learn something new, and I watch these great goalkeepers in the world. I'm just like, oh my God, I want to be like them one day, you know? So
who is your favorite player in Newcastle?
Manuel Neuer.
Newcastle.
Although he's in Newcastle. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we'll come back to goalkeeper.
Okay, so let's be 100% honest. Before you reached out to me, I did not know anything about Newcastle, and I'm so sorry, but I did my research. Within these 2 days, I did my research, and I'm almost a fan, believe it or not. Because that was really impressive. It's a very, very strong team, and I saw how the history and like the games and how they're going right now, and I love that, you know, recently Saudi invested in the team, and that's an honor, because, you know, it means I have to be a fan now, for sure.
Yes, you know, goalkeepers. Well, not just that, but the fact that Saudi has invested in Newcastle has meant a lot to Newcastle fans, and we have, and Alwaleed will profess to this, is that we have embraced Saudi. If you could see some of the celebrations that took place on the day when the Saudi takeover went through, and a lot of people carrying the Saudi flag, it meant a great deal to us. And I think, you know, we have embraced the people of Saudi Arabia, and we welcome them to come to Newcastle. I know Alwaleed's been in Newcastle. You know, we welcome anybody who wants to come across from Saudi Arabia to watch Newcastle, because we will grow together as a football club and as a fan base. We will grow together with Saudi Arabia, with the backing of Saudi Arabia, and PIF. So, and we'll like say, hopefully we'll see you. Hopefully we'll see you come play in Newcastle. Like say, we've got Newcastle's got a very good women's team as well at the moment.
Why not?
They've got a very good women's team. Who knows? You might get transferred there. You know,
I've been to England before. It's pretty nice. I was in Bournemouth.
Oh yeah. Bournemouth is that's where we've got our manager from.
That's awesome.
And half our players.
Yeah, and Brighton as well. Hopefully Zara visit Newcastle soon and visit some of the games. So we didn't ask you yet. So we'll talk about now. Gimerich, the new player. Have you did some search on player, because we are wondering why he's not playing until now. His new signings in January transfer market.
Okay, so I realized their last game they did some substitution, and then I don't know if that kind of changed how the game would go. And as I said, I just did a little research before. I'm not quite sure why they didn't let them play.
Don't worry, Zara. Alwaleed's got a habit of putting people on the spot. You know, they talk about Guimaraes and stuff like that.
So, okay, tell us, Dave, why he's not playing it from the start?
Because it's because the midfield, since Guimaraes actually arrived, the midfield have been playing very well. Joe Willock is getting better, and you've got John Joe Shelby. He's playing better than he was. And Joe Linton, he's from Brazil. We think he's brill. He costs us 40 million quid. But
yeah, I want to ask you. What a lot of fans asking why fans seem like Joe Linton so much, and we still didn't see much actually from him.
No, I mean, you know yourself from the start when he first arrived, he wasn't a very good player because he had that price tag on his head, £40 million as a striker, and he was never meant to be a striker. He's now playing in midfield, and he's doing a much better job in midfield. And he's actually, while he's not scoring goals, he's actually bringing the team more into play, and he does a lot more work than he's ever done. And I think that's down to Eddie Howe and the training regime that he's actually put in place, So that's why Guimaraes isn't playing at the moment, but his time will come. His time will come, and like I said, we've got to remember that this game is a squad game, and it's not just about 11 players; it's about the whole 25 players, and their time will come. They'll be needed somewhere along the line.
I wish against Brentford to see Joe Linton and Guimaraes to play together and see the Brazilians what they can do. Zara, I will test you. Who's the best goal scorer for us so far this season?
Is it Willock?
No, it's Wilson.
Wilson.
Okay, that's cool.
No, Willock, he scored the last goal.
He's cruel, isn't he? He's cruel. He's cruel.
So Wilson scored 6 goals, I think, and 1 penalty. Wow. So it's 7, or maybe 6 and 1, including 1 penalty. Saint Maximin 5 goals, Shelby 2 goals, Trippier 2 goals, which is surprisingly really, and we wish him quick recovery. When do you think, Dave? When do you think Chris Wood join this list?
Probably this weekend.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully this weekend.
Saturday, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Saturday against Brentford, yes. I think he works hard, but we just need him to be a bit more ruthless. He has, as he was with Burnley, when he was playing for Burnley, he's just got to be a bit more ruthless, knock a few more teeth out of other players. He'll get his goal. Like I say, time will come. His time will come. If it doesn't, then we'll play somebody else. Just got to be patient. So yeah, he'll get his goal, and I think hopefully on Saturday, Guimaraes will get a goal on Saturday as well. I think he'll play on Saturday. Hopefully. I definitely think he'll play. I think that's why Newcastle will win 2-0.
It's going to be a massive game. 2-0, 2-0, Dave?
2-0.
2-0. And what do you think the score will be, Zara?
For Saturday's game?
Yes.
3-1.
Oh, Penman. She's doing a Penman.
Yeah, it will take a long time to explain Penman. So let's now we have a subject today. We'll talk, and hopefully this will be helpful for you, Zara, and your friends if you're visiting Newcastle later, and also for us. they've noticed a lot of advertising about Saudi Arabia and Newcastle. So can you tell us, before going to one of the best hotel in Newcastle, tell us about this advertise you've been seeing, Dave.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of adverts on TV and the websites, which has been promoting Saudi Arabia as a tourist destination. Yeah, places like the Boulevard, and like say the safaris, going down to Alwaleed. These places are, that it's very much a new thing for the people of the UK to see Saudi Arabia being so celebrated, and I think that can only be good for the Saudi nation. It will help us promote women's equality and everything. I think there's a change in Saudi Arabia, and I think it's going to be good for Saudi Arabia. We still have the people who are being too political, but I think I'm certainly looking forward to coming out to Saudi Arabia one day and heading down to the places like the Boulevard. I want to go out to Alwaleed, the old part of Alwaleed where the ruins are, where the ancient ruins are. I'm looking forward to go and doing things like that if I can come out to Saudi Arabia. So yeah, we're seeing quite a bit of advertisements, whether on hoardings or on TV or on YouTube. It's actually Saudi Arabia is growing in people's places people want to travel to, so it can be good for everybody.
Zara, I know you are from Al Khobar, I believe, from
Eastern,
yes,
yes.
from Eastern, from Saudi Arabia. Have you met some Newcastle fans?
Not really.
Just stop putting that young lady under pressure.
No, that's not my question, because
you'll have me to answer to, Mr. Alwaleed.
Okay, so hopefully, because it's still
People I know, they're fan of the national women team. Let's start with this, or Al Hilal or Nasr, or the in terms of
Premier
I think
League
a lot.
teams.
Yes.
I notice, Zara, that you've got obviously a Paris Saint-Germain football top on there. So
Yeah.
I hope we can change your mind about wearing that, and perhaps we could get away
Step by step, Dave. Step by
black and
step.
white. Was that Alwaleed?
Step by step. Next
That's
time,
hard
maybe.
to come through in one session.
Yeah, but no, I mean, Paris Saint-Germain are a good team, but they're owned by the wrong people.
Okay, Dave.
They're not Saudis.
Dave, let's go to your subject. Why you choose this hotel, Dave?
I chose the Salmon Signature because it's the hotel which is closest to St James's Park. It's right across the road. So people who want to come to Newcastle, they know that Newcastle is a city club. It's actually based within the city boundaries. There's not many football clubs in the Premier League whose football grounds are in the city. I think only those ones who are based in London are in the city. Even the Manchester clubs are not based in Manchester. They're based outside of Manchester. Same in Liverpool. Liverpool's in the city. It is in the city, but it's in the city park. It's not actually in the city centre. But Newcastle is. We've got this hotel is it's recently modernised hotel. It's more of an apart hotel. You can see there they've got bedrooms with apartments in, so people can make their own food if they so wish to. We've got a small gym. It's just a small hotel. So this is the first one I picked because, like I said, it's directly opposite St James's Park. So it could be somewhere that people who travel to Newcastle may want to come to. I know for a fact that when you came to Newcastle, you were certainly trying to get a move to change your hotel to this hotel, so you can look out outside the window. And this hotel allows dogs, cats, and gerbils and parrots and whatever. So if you want to bring your dog, if you want to bring your cat, you can. So you can. It's a very friendly hotel. But like I say, the main selling point for the Sandeman Hotel is that it's directly opposite St James's Park. So if you're lucky enough to get a ticket for the game on a Saturday, you could roll out of bed, have your breakfast, and then step out the door straight into St James's Park. You don't only have to go far. It's one of those things that we do.
Yeah, it's a really great hotel, and I'm sure next time I will book there, and because I wasn't really sure when I visited Newcastle, I didn't know what to say. I just wanted to go to the games and meet you guys. I didn't give it much thought. So my assignment, Dave, now next week I have to find the hotel in Riyadh.
Mm-hmm.
Is that my assignment? Tell me before.
Yeah, it's your assignment to find a hotel that.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard assignment.
That has to be within, within the pockets of Newcastle supporters. Not too expensive, but certainly somewhere that can show off Riyadh or Jeddah or wherever. That would be somewhere for Newcastle supporters to come. Anybody from the northeast to come to, because like I said, we have a desire to come to Saudi. So we need somewhere to stay, unless we can all come stay with you.
Right. So we have a few questions here, actually, and we'll go to the last part of our show. Is it some tweets and some question also I received this week from the fans. اوكي طبعا بالنسبه للترجمه احنا اتفقنا صار لنا تقريبا شهر انه كل اربعاء عندنا حلقه بالانجليزي وحلقه بالعربي ورا بعض، فان شاء الله عندنا ان شاء الله الكابتن زارا السيف معنا ان شاء الله من الساعه 11 حلقه راح تكون بالعربي، فصعب انه نترجم ونتكلم انجليزي في نفس الوقت، ما راح نخلص.
نتكلم عربي بعد شوي.
Okay, Mohammed, there's a question for you, Dave. What about the club academic? Is it being taken much care about it because it's something is essential for the club? I believe they just win, but maybe this is for 5 versus 5 player. They just win tournament there.
Mm-hmm.
Under 11, I believe. Is it?
The under 11s, yeah. That's futsal. Futsal is a Brazilian.
Futsal, yeah.
It's a Brazilian game. I don't know if you know that. It's a heavy ball. It's not like a proper football. You ever seen futsal before?
We have it.
You have it, Ari. Yeah, because futsal is not something that we play regularly in the UK. But you see it in the Olympics and stuff like that, and it's a very skill-orientated game with a heavy ball. You can't very well kick it above waist height. It's all about playing it with your feet. And that's what we're teaching the academy, is the players to play with their feet. Players like we used to have years ago, like Peter Beardsley, who were magicians with the ball at their feet. Hatton Ben Arthur, another player with the ball at his feet, was such a genius with the ball at his feet. We need players. We need more juniors like that. And I can say that we've just been given some new contracts out to some of the academy players who are coming through. So they're now getting signed up, and these players are the ones who are starting to show these could be players for the future. So they're getting new contracts. We've had a few players get new contracts from the academy in the last few weeks.
Before going to Zara with the goalkeeper questions, quick comment on Saint Maximin. Dave, is he ready? Is he still injured? Is he going to play against Brentford? What you can tell us about Saint Maximin?
I don't particularly know what's wrong with him. I don't know whether it's because he's been feigning too many injuries lately that they're just giving him a rest. They're just giving him time to recuperate.
That was today from his Instagram. It seemed with the physical therapist.
So he's obviously got some ankle problems, because that's where a lot of players seem to get target Saint Maximin, is to kick him as much as they possibly can. But the thing is, if he's not fit to play against Brentford, then we play Bruno. To me, we've got to play Bruno. We need that playmaker, somebody who can do that, can take that on. So let's play Bruno. Let's not play Murphy. Play Bruno.
Exactly. That's what I saw today. I say today to play Bruno, even if it's not his position.
Mm-hmm.
We really need that. So Zara, we have goalkeepers. I think you did some research about them in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you can tell us about them, and also who you recommend to, because we are searching for a while for a backup or some goalkeeper for the next future of Newcastle. So who's going to be also your recommendation?
Okay, so you want a goalkeeper out of the club, or?
First, about your opinion about the research and numbers you found in our goalkeepers.
Okay,
Karl Darlow and Martin Dubravka.
I was going to say that, didn't you? That's Paris Saint-Germain.
Why they seem not consistent with having a main goalkeeper in Newcastle. So they switched it recently between Dubravka and what's his name?
Karl Darlow.
Darlow. Yes.
Yeah,
so,
they keep switching. So I was wondering, why is that?
The injury.
Because Dubravka, last season when he was playing for Slovakia, I think it was Slovakia, or the Czech Republic, and whoever he plays for, forgetting who it was now, he got an injury where he twisted his ankle, and he came back and he wasn't fit enough, and they played him. He then got another injury, so he was out, and Darlow played. Then the start of the season, Darlow played because Dubravka was injured. But as soon as Dubravka was fit, he was back in the team. So Dubravka's the number one, and that is his position, unless his injuries are getting to the point where they're becoming too much of a risk. So maybe we'll see a new goalkeeper. But who would you recommend we would look to take on if we were looking to replace Dubravka or Darlow?
How about Mendy? Edward?
Mendy's a good goalkeeper.
Great, but we can't take him from Chelsea. It's very hard, I think.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Exactly. I would take the Italian goalkeeper. I'd take him off Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, since you are a fan of Paris, Zara, you can maybe give us try to.
No, we want him.
At least Navas, maybe. Navas, he's in the bench. So
he's a great goalkeeper.
So who's better, Navas or I forget
Manuel?
the Italian.
Donnarumma.
Donnarumma, yeah.
Donnarumma. See,
who's better?
I would have him. I'm Italian. You know I am.
Okay.
I'm Italian, so I would like him in my team, Donnarumma. He's brilliant goalkeeper. So take him away from Paris Saint-Germain.
What do you think, Zara? Who we should take?
Okay.
Who's do you think available and he can
you
play
guys
in Premier League?
Where's the loyalty? You guys should keep your goalkeeper.
Oh,
Good answer.
so
Yeah, but goalkeepers, yeah, you'll find out yourself when you become a goalkeeper. You've got to be loud. Have you got a loud voice? Can you shout and scream?
I'm a monster on the field. Now I
Ah,
look
good.
cute, but I'm a monster.
That's what I like to
Yeah,
hear.
girls would hate me while I'm playing, but then after that, then I'm like nice. But
Yeah.
during a game,
I used to get
So-
my defenders. My defenders used to say to me, "Dave, will you shut up?" You know, because I was always saying, "You go there, you go there, you go there." Dave, shut up! You've got to shout at your defenders. That's what it's all about.
you have to have a good communication because
Yeah.
if you don't, if then the defenders will become part of you failing to, for example, save the ball, because they would position wrong. They would, so you have to have a good communication with them. I think it's essential,
It is.
Also, where you, you have to have your voice in the, like, as a goalkeeper, the players are depending on you, and you just gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
this is going to be a little bit hard question, Zara. So, what if you get to concede a goal, and have you got a lot of blame sometimes, or most of the times blame that you, because you are you concede the goal from your colleague?
I've never had it happening, is because when I would get, it's just because it's about the positioning. It would be impossible for it to just, it's just impossible for me to save it at the time, because, for example, the defender will just face her, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I love that I don't get being blamed about anything happens during the game. And although I blame myself, I mean, all the time I blame myself, but I always think I have to have a strong mentality that they will not drag me down, because we still have time running, like, okay, yeah, they scored one on us, but I have to now motivate my team to score and come back. So but yeah, I can't help it but blame myself whenever I get scored on.
That's how you make yourself better, because you're always judging yourself. You're always thinking, what could I have done differently? Could I have been in that position? Could I have been in that position? So as a goalkeeper, you're always questioning your own abilities. This is why you become a better goalkeeper. You'll do things, which is why goalkeepers don't really get to be the best in the world until they're at least in their 30s. Certainly the male goalkeepers anyway. There's not very many good goalkeepers aged between 19 to 25. There are one or two exceptions, but goalkeepers normally become better with age. They're like a fine wine.
Jordi Wister say you have the best goalkeeper on earth. I think he's talking about Dubravka.
I think he's talking about Zara.
Maybe. Zara, when you save a hard attack, or a hard shot, or a hard, when you really catch the ball in hard situation, how you feel?
Oh, I feel like a king. I like, like, whenever I do such a great save. I'm just like, wow, this is me. It feels great, and that's actually why I keep going, because that's how it should go, because you see your potential, you see your skills, you see how you can do it, and it's amazing.
Yeah. It is.
Sometimes I'm not able to see myself during a match or anything, but what I love it when my teammates would come afterwards and be like messaging me like, "Oh my God, Zara, you did a great save today. I wish we recorded it," or like, "Oh my God, Zara, you did," you know. So this literally what makes me feel like, "Oh my God, this is everything to me," because
like I said, Zara,
and
goalkeepers and strikers are the best two positions on the pitch. The goal scorers because they get the praise for scoring the goals, and goalkeepers get the praise because they've stopped a goal. They between the two of them, they're the two best positions on the pitch. Much two best positions. And as a goalkeeper, I prefer to be a goalkeeper because I'm in the game more. Just in goalkeeper's best position in the world.
yeah, and you gotta be present the whole time. You gotta be present. Doesn't matter. People would think, "Oh, it's a boring position. You know, you're just standing there. You know," but that's not true because you're present the whole time.
You're watching the whole time. That whole goalkeeper's watching the whole time. They're watching everything that's going on. They're not just standing there with their feet against the post. They're watching everything.
Have you scored a goal before, even if you are a goalkeeper, Zara?
During a game or a practice, that's different.
No, during the game, like penalty, foul,
What do you
last minute run.
I always dream about that. I'm just imagining like, oh my God, what if I just go and run and then like just
like
score.
last second, or if you're draw.
Don't do it in a proper football match.
If I do this, the coach would never allow me to play again.
Exactly. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, I saw this today, and it was really funny. This is from our friend, I think, Martin. He's doing a great sketch, and this is Richard Master in Newcastle shirt.
Who is this guy?
This is, I think it's
long stories.
Yeah. Okay. Then Ashworth, Dave. Any sign? No.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
There's something funny going on there about contracts and whether Brighton will let him go at a certain point. So there's something going on there, but it's expected to be announced fairly shortly. So he's going to be in position for getting to signing Neymar, signing Mbappe, signing all them players. Zara's not biting.
We hear also bad news. Steve Black passed away. Rest in peace. Any memories you have for Steve Black, Dave? I know he was working a long time ago in Newcastle.
Yeah, he was a motivational coach, and he would come into Kevin Keegan's dressing room, and he would build players' esteem and self-confidence. So he'd build them up. He was very good motivational type character, lovely bloke. He was also one of Newcastle Falcons rugby team coaches. He's been involved with basketball. He's been involved with all sorts. Very good motivational speaker, and it's a sad loss that he's actually he's passed away. But lovely man.
And our friend also Christopher Argyris memorial set up on 1st April, 6:30 in London. Anything you would like to add, Dave?
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier for me and you, Alwaleed. With Chris, how Chris was out actually part of this show every night, every Wednesday, every Saturday, and it's still hard to come to terms with that. COVID, he died from COVID, and I'm really looking forward. I'm going down to London on the 1st of April. Me and my wife are going to go down. We're going to meet Andy, his brother. We're going to meet his mum and his dad. So we're going to have a bit of a chat about Chris and say our farewells in memorial. I do know that Christopher's remains are now back in America. He's been laid to rest in America, but he's still a big miss. He's still a big miss to me, and still sad. But I remember him for the fun and games we used to have, especially when you used to go off screen. and me and Chris would just take over,
Yeah.
So I've got those videos I can go back to and watch with Christopher.
Yes. At the end, we'd like to thank you for your watching. Dave and I will continue next week, Wednesday, same time. And in a few minutes, Zara will joining us in Arabic show. We'll talk in Arabic for who was asking for translating.
camera.
بعد قليل راح نتابع حلقتنا باللغة العربية مع الكابتن زارا السيف. شكرا لكم المتابعة، نراكم الأسبوع المقبل مع ديف.